How do you enhance an unsettling moment in your script? How do you signal that something is wrong? Today, we're going to break down a scene from Brian De Palma's Mission Impossible, where he uses a classic cinematic technique to create an uneasy feeling inside the viewer. How does he do this? The Dutch angle. A Dutch angle is a shot that has a noticeable tilt on the camera's x-axis, like this. Or this. Dutch angle was a camera technique used by the German Expressionists in the early 1900s. Directors often use a Dutch angle to signal something disorienting, unsettling.
Right.
If you want to get a similar feeling across, there are 3 things you need to do. Number 1, identify the moment. Read through your script and find a moment that is unsettling or wrong. When you find it, go to your script breakdown and add a note at the bottom of the scene. It's something like unsettling moment, Dutch. Number 2, consider the moment. When you go to build your shot list, your note from the previous step will remind you that this scene could benefit from a Dutch angle. Number 3, enhance the moment. This is where we get technical and unpack creative options you'll have available to enhance your Dutch angles. These 3 things help you avoid self-indulgent camera work that can confuse the viewer. Otherwise, you'd end up with Dutch overdose.
Oh, you're too much!
We're going to use Studio Binder's production software to build this scene from Mission Impossible. Also, make sure to subscribe below and click the bell icon to stay in the loop. Let's jump in. The first thing you need to do is identify the moment. When you read through a good script, you will find a moment where everything changes, where something big happens. These are the moments where film techniques come in handy. De Palma finds the moment here. In this scene, our hero, Ethan Hunt, arrives at a restaurant in Prague. His entire team has just been murdered, and he now has to meet with his boss, Kittredge. Kittredge thinks Ethan just murdered his own team. Ethan is unaware of this.
I can't tell you how sorry I am.
This marks a big shift in the film.
I know how much Jim in particular meant to you, Ethan.
This is the climax of Act 1, where our hero passes the point of no return. Shot 1 is a medium close-up on Ethan. This shot is eye level and a single. You'll notice that for shot 2, Kittredge is also framed in a medium close-up. We move on to shot 3, where we finally get to see these characters connect for the first time. De Palma shows us this by switching to a wide-profile 2-shot. The transition to the wide 2-shot is motivated because it allows us to see Kittredge pass the documents to Ethan. But we also gain this slightly disarming moment. Kittredge leans forward, but he stays forward, which adds an imposing contrast to Ethan's slumped, depowered form. We continue to cut from shot 1 back to shot 2 until Ethan asks,
"Why was there another team
What?
of IMF agents at the embassy tonight?"
when Kittredge lies to him.
I don't quite follow you.
This is where we see our Dutch angle. This is the moment where something is wrong, and the visuals change. De Palma knows that a Dutch angle rocks the viewer's equilibrium. It makes us feel uneasy. Kittredge has also brought a second team of IMF agents to the meeting. Their identities are only brought to our attention once Ethan points them out.
Let's see if you can follow me around the room. The drunk Russians on the embankment at 7, 8 o'clock. The couple waltzing around me at the embassy at 9 and 11. The waiter standing behind Hannah at the top of the stairs. Bow tie, 12 o'clock. The other IMF team. You're worried about me.
That's right.
De Palma uses 2 different Dutch angles for shot 4 and shot 5. De Palma uses different camera levels for each of his Dutch angles in this scene. Shot 4 on Ethan is closer to eyeline, so we can still empathize. But shot 5 on Kittredge is an extremely low angle to distance us and showcase his villainy. The Dutch angles De Palma used in this scene have a very shallow depth of field.
That's correct.
The shallow depth of field makes an already unsettling shot become somewhat claustrophobic as the world drifts away and the tension is ratcheted.
You want to shake hands with the devil, that's fine with me. I just want to make sure that you do it in hell.
The reason Dutch angles work so well in this scene is because they're preceded by shots with standard composition. Switching from normal to extreme framing creates an even larger shift within the scene, and we see this transition play out in real time. Let's recap. Before you decide to use a Dutch angle, remember to identify the moments during your script breakdown. Consider the moments while you create your shot list and storyboard, and enhance the moment with camera techniques and cinematic language. There are a few things you can do to enhance the shot. First, the degree of your tilt. The more you tilt, the more unsettling your shot becomes. Another thing to keep in mind is the camera level of your shot. A Dutch tilt placed at a low angle will evoke a different feeling from one placed at eye level. Also, don't forget about the focal length of your lens. Using a wide-angle lens will generate a different look and feel when compared to a standard or long lens. Lastly, keep in mind your depth of field. Identify, consider, enhance. What are your favorite examples of the Dutch angle? How did the director use them to elevate the material? Tell us in the comments. Do you have a big plot shift or revelation like Ethan's in your project? If so, you'll want to call it out when you create a script breakdown. Check the description to sign up for Studio Binder. It's free to get started.
Is that right? Well, I guess you're about ready then, aren't you?
Subscribe to our channel below. Click the bell icon for notifications and follow us on our Instagram page. This message will self-destruct in 5, 4, 3, 2,